Your Humanities Half Hour is brought to you by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council.
Hafidez and Tero, welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry, and today we're featuring the latest publication in the Young Authors Language and Literacy Program under the Lady Diann Torres Foundation. This program is designed to promote the use of indigenous Chamorro and Carolinian languages. And in this half of the show, we'll hear first from the First Lady herself, and then the young authors, Ariah Villagomez, Emma Sablan, and Serenity Fujihira. We caught up with them recently at their book launch in Saipan.
So the Lady Diann Torres Foundation Young Authors Program really is geared towards creating young authors amongst our children, our young generation. So we do a call out every year for young boys and girls to write a story, and this is available for all of our children, the public private schools, Saipan, Tinen, and Rhoda. And then so whatever submissions we get, we take a look at them, we judge them, and then we eventually choose the final winning pieces. The turnout for this one was actually a little bit different because, with the pandemic, we were not able to get any entries from our school system. So I happened to be reading to the Girl Scouts at the Jotinkizo Library, and I'm like, you know what? How about you guys write a book and a story, and we can produce your book? And they're like, yeah, sure. So that was the beginning of this collaboration. And then, of course, the Girl Scout leaders put the girls together, and along with 2019 Shannon Sasamoto, queen at the time. So they worked on the book and the storyline, and then they submitted to us, and then we helped with the translation. We sent the story to the Indigenous Affairs, they translated all that, and they came back. Then, of course, we searched for an illustrator, and we found Michaela San Nicolas, who is really a daughter of the Marianas. She's actually Guam-based right now, but yes, so we were able to send the final product and final stories and layout to our publisher, our printers, and of course with the collaboration of some of our private partners, this was made possible. And of course part of it was funded by the Humanities Council.
What is your motivation in doing this project that you've been doing for so many years now?
Yeah, so in 2007 I actually authored a book. It's a Chamorro book of it's titled Abe, Ches, and Mas. So it's ABC and more, right? At the time, I just had a boy, and I'm like, where are all the resources in Chamorro? Governor and I wanted to focus on teaching our child the language, right? So, of course, that was the inspiration. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to do this. I can give the opportunity to our students, our young generation, to become young authors.
Why is it important, you feel, for us to continue with the Chamorro and Orfalawash languages?
Well, if you already look at it, we are losing our languages. It's really who we are. If you don't know your language, then you're losing pretty much half of who you are. You got to learn how to speak it, even if you probably don't know how to speak it, but maybe understand, is a first step. And if other people can come into our islands and learn our language, then, man, our kids can do it. And I always encourage parents, even grandparents, to now, with grandparents, their kids don't speak English or Chamorro, and I'm like, hey, it's not too late. You have your grandchildren, so it's important. It's really who we are, our languages, yeah.
In your home, how do you promote the use of the language?
We try to use the Chamorro 100%. If the kids are coming back with English, especially after coming home from school, we kind of stop, translate that, or we remind them, Chamorro, Chamorro, Chamorro. Yeah, so we have our 5-year-old who's understanding already. We kind of help him with the response. It's still kind of difficult. It's really work, you got to put your 100% effort to that because it's so difficult, especially with them going out with their cousins, just speaking English. At the very beginning, I actually told my sisters and our family, you got to speak Chamorro to our kids, So it's not just at home, but we try to extend that within our family members too, so yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the project or about the languages?
Yeah. So, the foundation we have a goal of building a library of Chamorro and Falwash books. We appreciate all the support by our community, our business partners, and we ask for their continued support, really. This is giving the opportunity for our children to see their work, when they're 30, 40, and their books are still on the shelves. And as far as the foundation, we're going to keep moving on. We have great volunteers and support that help us, meet our goals and our mission. So.
Well, thank you for making this book possible, and thank you for making this your mission and kind of bringing this to our community.
Yeah, thank you. We are looking forward to another book launching, our book number 7 by the end of the year. So keep an eye out for that.
Can you tell us your name and what is your part of this project?
Hello, my name is Serenity Fujihira, and I was basically the one who wrote this, not in Chamorro. That was based off of Lady Diann's foundation. They translated to Chamorro. So we wrote our little parts in the book, and then Miss Mariana's 2019, Shannon Sasimoto, put that all together and just created it into a book. So we all have our fair share of this part.
How did you get your idea for your part of the book?
I did research on the volcano of Pagan. I basically wrote that there was an eruption and that she was crying because her children left her. That was basically an idea of the volcano erupting back in 2001, I believe. And it was massive destruction,
What gave you the idea to think about the eruption in Pagan? Why did you choose that idea instead of another one?
Mainly because it was interesting, and I kind of wanted one of the islands of the Marianas to be included. So I basically took Pagan and the volcano that is still active today, I believe, and added it into the book.
So can you tell us what happened to Sirena in Pagan in the story?
So the volcano of Pagan? Okay. So she basically was crying lava or magma, and she was saying that she misses her kids. And Serena and her friend Tossie went to cheer her up by dancing in the ocean. So yeah, that kind of cheered her up, and she stopped crying lava, and she became just a volcano.
Did you ever hear about Serena before you did this project? And what was the story you were told about Serena?
I was told that there was this girl who didn't do her chores and was just playing out in the ocean, and the story goes that her mom cursed her. But in my part, the one I heard, her grandma saved her and said, "No, make her half fish and half human," and so she lived like that. That's the story I was told.
What was the hardest part of doing this book?
Well, the hardest part was basically finding the idea and not trying to connect it with the original story, because I wanted to be as different as possible, and because the original story, or the one I was told, was very dramatic in a way. So I kind of wanted it to be joyful and splash and excitement. So yeah.
How does it make you feel to be an author and to be here selling your books today? As you're signing this book here that someone has just purchased.
Yes, being an author is kind of exciting because I know many people don't have this kind of opportunity. So I'm kind of pretty grateful for this and so excited that the book's finally released and that I have a part in this. It's really exciting for people to come buy the book and the plush as well. It's just wow.
Do you think you'll write another book in the future?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. The future will tell, but I might. I have that open for me. Yeah, it's one of my options of the future. So yeah, I'll probably write a book in the future.
Is there anything you'd like to say to other young people who might be interested in writing a story idea they have?
Yes. Just go with it. Create your own fantasy world and be creative with it and outgoing. It doesn't matter what other people think. Just do it. It's fun writing books, and I kind of want people to have the same experience as I did. So just follow your dreams, I guess.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Thank you for everyone who was included in this book, and thank you for having my part in this. I'm so grateful and happy that this book was finally released along with the plush. It's just a great experience, honestly.
My name is Emma, and I wrote the part where Serena and how she met her friend Tassie.
What grade are you in?
I'm going to be in 6th grade.
So can you tell us what your part of the story is about? What happens?
So Serena found a friend, a boy named Tassie, and they went on an adventure traveling the Marianas, exploring new lands, new people, and they were good friends while exploring.
How did you get your idea for what you wrote for the book?
So that when Serena is alone, she doesn't want to be alone, so that she has a friend along with her and to help her out.
Are there types of books that you read that maybe inspired your idea?
Not much, but some. Like there's fairy tales about where they're alone, but then they found a friend.
Friends are important, huh?
Yes.
So did you find any part of writing this book difficult or hard?
Yes. Like there's some parts where it's hard to explain how they found each other and where they came from and how they went different ways. Yeah.
Kind of like what happened, what they did. So how does it feel to be here at the event and selling your book?
It's really exciting because there's a lot of people buying our books and we get to sign people's books. It makes me feel happy when people buy books. I just like selling books sometimes.
And today the book is also coming with a doll. Can you tell me about this doll that you gave me with the book?
The doll is Serena, and she is it brings the book alive.
So when people buy the book, will they always get a doll, or is it just a special for today?
It's special for today. Yeah.
Okay, great. And there's also a sticker. Limited edition, I understand. So what was your favorite part of this project?
My favorite part is when I got to sign the books.
Why is that your favorite part?
Because I made up my own signature.
Okay. Is there any words of encouragement or advice, something you would say to other young people your age who might be interested in writing a story?
Just to say for the young people, if you want to write a book, just always say that you're gonna do it. Not you're gonna do it. But then if you don't, then it's okay.
Anything else you'd like to say?
For the people who bought our books, thank you. And yes. My name is Ariah, and I'm in the 4th grade now.
Can you tell me what part you wrote for this book?
The coconut crab part where they swim to the shore and they meet the coconut crab.
And then what happened?
And then the coconut crab attacked me and injured his fins.
Where did you get the idea to write about a coconut crab?
Because it was from the beach and I saw coconuts outside the window about coconut crabs.
Was it hard to write your part of the story, or was it easy?
It was kind of hard.
Why was it hard?
Because there was a lot of long words and a lot of words that I couldn't spell.
And so who helped you?
I think it was the leader of our group, Shannon.
Did you like working with Miss Mariana, Shannon Satsumoto?
Yes.
What did you like about working with her?
She made it kind of easy for me to spell and read.
So how does it feel to be here today selling your book to people who want to buy it?
I feel great about it and proud of my work.
What has been your favorite part of being a part of this project? What have you liked and enjoyed the most?
Writing the story and selling the books and becoming a great author.
Do you think you'll write more stories in the future?
I think so. I don't know because I might not.
If you decide you're going to write another story in the future, do you think it will be about Sirena or something else?
I think it would be something else.
Is there anything you want to say to people your age who also might want to write a story?
Be proud whoever you are, and whenever you're about to give up, just remember that you'll believe in yourself.
Those are wise words. Thank you, Ariah.
Thank you.
We're talking about the book Kareran Sirena by Ariah Villagomez, Emma Sablan, and Serenity Fujihira, who shared their thoughts. And we'd also like to acknowledge the illustrator for the publication. Her name is Michaela San Nicolas. We'll be back with more after this break.
Half a day. Paguna Sakkan, ta celebra imina 30 años desde Managua, Northern Marianas Humanities Council. In Northern Marianas Humanities Council, manazutuda gi comunidad para u abida ilinala todo tauta Marianas. Tat kumia dudu ki man ilo information den tilingo por Marianas, I azudu ki mafatinas leblus an ottuna documentu, I azudu siha ginini exhibitioni differentes na programanya siha, zan hanagwagwaha conversacion gientuli tauta Marianas. In kumbibida ham tu todo para indanyai I Humanities Council di actividad siha ni managwagwaha paguna saktan. Pues maila de tafana abisita, tafana ilie gesti siha na actividad ta celebrahi. Sizus maasil.
Tirowomi, Lalrahiel, Nebulacion Northern Marianas Humanities Council, Rihimaseg Rabayora, Emmasegi La Shushu, Biha Aelig Rach, Yarayora Bulastioye Humanities Council. Bulasio-yel, Nyalisir Tola Prerabu Amuri Alangal Masmasal Malwer Lal Marianas. Ewewe Shakutul, Ngerafatal Meta Malir Armas, Alangal Mahutukutul Lal Sab, Merong Tola. Ayatarwahami, Bobu Fiti Shulapi Aikamesharahami. Bobu Tabwe Metaya Afshia Tutelal, Lal Rahie 2021. Aiketetengah, Babu Warihami Meye.
Welcome back. In this half of the show, we're going to hear excerpts from the publication Kareran Sirena. And I'd like to thank our special guest as well as Selena Foreman and Leora Terlahi of the Jotenkizu Public Library for reading part of Kareran Sirena for us today.
Kareran Sirena, Tinigi Ariah Villagomez, Emma Sablan, Zan Serenity Fujihira. Managaha. Puri primet na ina dunya si Sirena, puri isla siha Giza Marianas. Hacienti na ha necesita ha sempre ajudo gi esti na Karerania. Tutun esti na Karerania manyoda si Sirena un grupo Carolinians. Manlalazak zaman matungoniha esti siha na grupon tatawes. Como man opman naman lalazak. Esti siha na grupo mafanyogwi si Sirena lumazak. No ima usan ipution para direksyon zan hermano na taytanya. Inapu zan mapagwahis kumugwaha hafa na kwasen ira mamaila masangani gui lokri historia siha puri Kareran niha. Zani sinape lumajak zapati niya rason na nina fan mamaguf zangen mampira siha toti gi familia niya. Antisa si Sirena di hudingo i grupo hakoni iguihan para tenguang niha toti para familia niha. Si Sirena después realiza lo que na masaya manu guatu guaha atungonya anisinya ha bisisita talo. Numangu si Sirena para isang katansihan na isla, Giza Marianas. Guini na kariranya hasoda un patgun lahi za inaanya si Tasi. Umaatuli si Tasi zan si Sirena gini dadalak niya esta ididuk atilung na kulot gikoputilunya. Esta ididuk atilung na kaputilunya zan ilamlam na gof nafnya. Umaepukidos umado todo Islan Marianas. Maripara gi distansya imot muna aso zan milak ginini patsud iladera. Todo papa esta itasi. Después ani sigi ido sumihud guato gi Islan pagan, masenti na mas mumamay pi itasi.
Ibunita ng Islan pagan tumatangis teok na milak lago guafi. Ana desni ki dos patkun guatu gi Islam pagan si Sirena hafaisi ni Islam pagan. Hapa na sumus pipidos ho. Man opi Islam pagan na man makoni famaguun husin malago ho sa gogoha na maysa. Iling niya si Tasi. Sinya haba in saga tatakan kita man hugando. Mumago sinenten niya i Islam pagan puri manaasi niha i dos patkun. Después haega i distansya i dos patkun anay sigi dos humagando kitasi. Ninapanhaso si pagan no ifamagun niya. Antes ha i dos di madingo Islam pagan maisigura i Islam pagan na siyempre ha ufafatu talo tati.
Para todos ni man janaman manaita gi finut sa moro sugu magi gi Joteng Kizu Public Library ang gahazo mo library card za un lii afa siya otro siya na leblun sa moro ni man matugi ginin ifamaguun za man matrasilada ginin ni First Lady pues ang gaha tempo fan sugu magi gi library situs masuk.
We've been focusing on the latest publication of the Young Authors Language and Literacy Program under the Lady Diann Torres Foundation. We'd like to thank the First Lady as well as the young authors and our guest readers from the Joteng Kizu Public Library for their part in today's show. And as mentioned, if you would like to read the publication, it will be available shortly at the Joteng Kizu Public Library, where other publications under the program are already available if you would like to find some children's books written for children by children. This has been Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry.
This program was supported by a We the People grant awarded to the Northern Marianas Humanities Council from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Any views, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent those of the National Endowment for the Humanities or the Northern Marianas Humanities Council.